During a radio interview, Israeli Heritage Minister Amichai Eliyahu was asked about the possibility of the Israeli army using nuclear weapons against the Gaza Strip in the ongoing war. The minister replied, "Using nuclear weapons against the Gaza Strip is one of the options on the table." This statement sparked a storm of criticism inside and outside Israel. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was quick to comment, saying, "Such statements are detached from reality." Netanyahu also suspended Amichai Eliyahu's attendance at cabinet meetings until further notice. Israeli Education Minister Yoav Kish also commented, stating, "Eliyahu's statements are unrealistic and inappropriate." The leader of the opposition in the Knesset, Yair Lapid, head of the Liberal There Is a Future party, launched an attack on Minister Eliyahu. Lapid stated that what Eliyahu said as a minister was shocking, crazy, and lacks responsibility. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant also criticized Minister Amichai's statements, pointing out that he does not contribute in any way to the conduct of military operations in the Gaza Strip. Gallant stated that it is good that people like Amichai do not hold a position related to maintaining Israel's security. Amichai Eliyahu quickly tried to clarify that his statement about the possibility of hitting the Gaza Strip with a nuclear bomb was metaphorical. He meant that the Hamas group must be confronted with full force, even if the response was disproportionate. It is noteworthy that Minister Amichai Eliyahu also expressed the belief that Israel must regain control over the entire Gaza Strip and suggested that Palestinians could relocate to Ireland or the desert. Minister Amichai Eliyahu belongs to one of the extreme right-wing parties in Israel, the Jewish Power Party, headed by National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, who is known for his extremist statements and opinions towards Palestinians and Arabs in general. Let us now imagine a dark hypothetical scenario in which Amichai Eliyahu or someone else with a similar mentality holds a sovereign position in the Israeli government and decides to strike the Gaza Strip with a nuclear or an atomic weapon. What would happen in this case in Gaza? First, let us review some demographic information about the Gaza Strip, which will naturally determine the approximate expected results in the event of a nuclear attack on the Strip. The Gaza Strip is considered one of the most densely populated places in the world. With a total area of about 365 square kilometers, it has a population of over 2 million people, resulting in an average density of about 6,504 people per square kilometer. Now, let us assume that an atomic weapon was used against Gaza City, located in the north of the Gaza Strip where most of the battles between Israel and Hamas take place. Gaza City is the largest city in the Strip in terms of population, with approximately 652,597 residents. Let us also assume that the weapon Israel would use against the city is an atomic bomb, similar to the one dropped on the Japanese city of Hiroshima in World War II, known as Little Boy, which had a yield of around 15 kilotons of TNT. In this hypothetical scenario, Gaza City would be bombed by detonating an atomic bomb at a height of 580 meters above the city. Based on the previous data, the expected destructive force and losses would be as follows. The explosion would result in approximately 202,670 fatalities and approximately 218,560 injuries. Within the resulting fireball, anything or anyone within a distance of 180 meters from the center of the explosion would vaporize instantly. At a distance of 372 meters from the center of the explosion, the intense explosive wave would cause extensive destruction of buildings, resulting in an approximate fatality rate of 100%. At a distance of 1.2 kilometers from the center of the explosion, radiation would cause the death of 15% of the survivors within about a month due to cancer. At a distance of 1.6 kilometers from the center of the explosion, a large number of buildings would collapse, fires would spread, and there would be numerous deaths and injuries. At a distance of 1.9 kilometers from the center of the explosion, the heat would cause individuals to suffer severe third-degree burns, reaching 100%. At a distance of 2 kilometers from the center of the explosion, the intense heat would cause individuals to suffer third-degree burns at a rate of 50%. At a distance of 2.6 kilometers from the center of the explosion, The intense heat would cause individuals to suffer second-degree burns at a rate of 50%. At a distance of 3.6 kilometers from the center of the explosion, the heat would cause residents to suffer minor first-degree burns at a rate of 50%. At a distance of 4.5 kilometers from the center of the explosion, the shock wave resulting from the explosion would cause windows of buildings and houses to shatter, leading to a large number of injuries among residents due to flying fragments of shattered glass when they approached the windows upon seeing the strong flash accompanying the explosion. However, it is important to emphasize that this is purely an imaginary scenario. Let us hope and pray that it remains so.